AC generator. It's a device which converts mechanical energy to electrical energy. It works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. What is electromagnetic induction? Whenever a magnetic flux linked with the coil varies, an EMF is induced across the ends of the coil. The rate of change of magnetic flux linked with the coil is directly proportional to EMF induced, and the direction of induced EMF is such that it opposes the cause which produces it. Now look at this diagram. What are the different parts of AC generator? AC generator consists of two pole pieces of bar magnet. Between the pole pieces, a magnetic field exists, or a uniform magnetic field is produced by the two pole pieces of bar magnets. An armature, which consists of a rectangular core over which copper wires are wound. The two ends of the copper wires are connected to two slip rings, SR1 and SR2. The copper wires are insulated or enameled. There are two carbon brushes, C, from where the output is taken. Now, how it works? The armature coil is rotated about this axle by means of a rotor. When the armature coil rotates, magnetic flux linked with the coil varies. Accordingly, EMF is induced across the two ends of the coil, which is connected to the slip rings, and SR1, SR2 slip rings are in contact with carbon brushes, from where the generated induced EMF or induced current is taken out to the external circuit. How the EMF is produced? What is the magnitude of induced EMF produced? Look at this diagram. This is the armature, and or it's a coil. For this coil, A represents the area vector and B is the magnetic field. At any moment, the area vector of the coil is making an angle theta with magnetic field. So the component of magnetic field along the area vector is B cos theta, or component of area vector along the magnetic field is A cos theta. Then how much is the magnetic flux linked with each turn of the coil, which is phi B. Phi B is equal to B into A cos theta, or that is equal to B dot A. How much is the EMF induced? EMF induced in the coil is given by minus d phi b by dt. Minus sign indicates the direction of induced EMF. So by taking the differentiation d by dt of phi b, that is b a cos theta. If omega is the angular speed of rotation of the coil, at any time t, the angle theta can be represented as omega t. Substituting E equal to d by dt of BA cos omega t. And we know it has got a negative sign. So this is equal to BA with a negative sign, differential of cos omega t, which is minus omega sin omega t, or EMF E equal to B A omega sin omega t. This is the EMF generated on the single turn. If there are n turns of the coil, then the total EMF generated on the coil is equal to n times B A omega sin omega t. And EMF has the maximum value is 0 when the trigonometric ratio is unity. So maximum value of EMF generated is equal to n B A omega. So the equation can be written as E equal to E0 sin omega t. Now look at this diagrams. These are the different positions of the coil. In the first case, the plane of the coil is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Magnetic field acts from north to south, and the area vector is parallel to the magnetic field. Plane of the coil is perpendicular to the magnetic field, which means area vector is parallel to the magnetic field. Since area vector and magnetic field are parallel, E equal to E0 sin 0. Sin 0 is 0, which means EMF is 0 when t equal to 0 or omega t equal to 0. Look at the second case. In this, the plane of the coil is parallel to the magnetic field, which means area vector is perpendicular to the magnetic field, or angle between area vector and magnetic field is 90 degree. When omega t equal to 90 degree, E equal to E0 sin 90. Sin 90 is maximum, so EMF is having maximum value, which is equal to E0. Third case, again the coil has completed half the rotation. So if the coil is named as A, B, C, D, now this is the position of A, B, C, D. Now the coil has come down. So when the coil has come down, the conductor AB is somewhere down. It has completed 1/2 of rotation. So, in the third case, the plane of the coil is perpendicular to the magnetic field, or area vector is parallel to the magnetic field. So in this case, all the magnetic field lines pass through the coil, or the coil is not cutting any magnetic field lines. So the angle theta, which is equal to omega t, is 0 in this case. So EMF E0 sin 0, EMF is 0. So when the angle is phi, the EMF is 0. Now look at the fourth case. 1/4 of rotation is over in the second case. Again 1/4 is over. Again 1/4 is over. That means the coil has turned through an angle 3 times pi by 2. So if omega t equal to 3 times pi by 2, the plane of the coil is parallel to the magnetic field again. So in such case, the area vector is perpendicular to the magnetic field. The angle is 90 degree. Angle between magnetic field and area vector is 90 degree. And the coil has turned through 3 pi by 2 angle, which means 270 degree angle. So the conductors had AB was here. Now A has come here, B is here, and this is C, and this is D. So here also we can see the angle between magnetic field and area vector is 90 degree. So EMF is E0 sin omega t, but the coil has turned upside down. Therefore, EMF E equal to E0 sin 3 times pi by 2, which is equal to minus E0. This is minus E0, which is the maximum value. Now look at this diagram, the fifth diagram. So in this, the coil has come back to the original position. So in the original position we had seen angle between area vector and magnetic field is 0. Hence E equal to E0 sin 0, and sin 0 is 0, EMF is 0. On joining these points, we get a sinusoidal graph. So when the coil complete one rotation in the magnetic field, then a cycle of AC is produced. Thank you.